Hello, my beloveds. I wanted to share with you a little bit about my journey and why I started my online yoga retreat and yoga series. I mean, it can start anywhere, but a year ago I was super injured. I injured my wrist working circus, teaching full-time, and I kept teaching on it for a while, but I couldn't put any weight on it. I couldn't use it. I couldn't lift things. It was pretty bad. And so once I finally left my job to rehab my body, I spent the next 6 months in complete non-movement. Because I couldn't do plank, I couldn't do down dog, I couldn't do anything, and yes, I could have done qigong, I could have done other modalities, but my body really craved rest, so I gave it to it. And then I started feeling more pain up into my shoulder and my neck and other areas in my body. And so once the new year hit, 2020, I started doing a movement rehab program. So I started doing movement every single day, which was great. Isolated movements, which helped focus on what was hurting, what was working, what wasn't working. So that was huge strides. And then once COVID hit and quarantine, one of my favorite dance styles, Gaga, started happening online. And so I did that every single day for a month or two, which was also really healing and pleasing. And then I came here to Saskatchewan in May and did nothing again, just rested. I think I was still doing Gaga and my movement rehab, but my body hurt. My body really hurt. My injuries were actually like coming up again and flaring up, and there was more pain. And all of a sudden I was like, I need to do yoga. I need to do yoga twice a day for 2 weeks or a month or however long, but I said 2 weeks. and that would heal me, because any time in my life when I reflected back on, when I did my yoga teacher training, so I did a month full of yoga, or when I've gone to yoga retreats in Central America and done yoga once or twice a day for a week or two at a time, my body has always felt so good, and my soul. And so I was like, I need to do this, and I need to create this online, because right now, not very many people are allowed to go places. So in May, the middle of May, I started this retreat online. I said, hey, if anyone feels called to do this with me, please show up and make me accountable. So I show up, because I sometimes struggle doing things on my own. I could easily just get on my mat and do my practice twice a day by myself, but I find the energy of the group and the intention and sharing this beautiful medicine movement has just been so wonderful. So for me, that first 2 weeks was really intensive. It was great to share all my knowledge and to work out the technical kinks. And then we kept doing it every day for all of June. Instead of twice a day, we just did it once a day. And honestly, my body has been transformed. I feel no pain. I have no more lingering injury issues. And so I feel completely inspired by the movement that I'm doing and sharing, and how beneficial and wonderful it is. And that's just my story. And so what happened with my participants who showed up has been also just phenomenal and kind of an unexpected bonus. So some of them have sent me testimonials. You can find those on my website. But for almost all of them, I've seen a shift in the way that they relate to the group, because we get together and we see each other every day and we chat and we share our intention. But I've seen some of them open up more to their spirituality and their energy and their immense power to create their own reality, and abundance is flowing in. Everyone feels a little bit more grounded and connected, and sometimes it's hard for me to verbalize just how powerful the work is. The system that I teach is a bunch of my movement knowledge from over the years, but it's very energetic. It's very grounded. It works through all of the elements of Ayurveda and the 5 elements of living. And we integrate all of that. And it's really gentle. Most of you, if you've followed me for a long time, you know I was a circus artist, acrobat, dancer, super flexible. But we don't really do any of that in the practice. Sure, sometimes I'll lead a headstand or crow pose. But honestly, we do the rowing sequence, we do the water flow, we do planks, we do heart openers, and then the prana mudra, like that's the base essence of what I'm practicing and teaching. And I can't say enough good things about it, and I really can't describe how wonderful it is, not only in my body but for everyone else. And so I'm running another 2-week intensive. I call them intensive. And then one of the participants, after she joined in May, she's like, oh, I thought it'd be way more intense, but it's just like, it's really gentle and it's really slow. It's just intensive in terms of we're getting together twice a day for 2 weeks. So it's a bit of a time commitment. But as that same participant said, you know, she thought she would lose 2 hours of her day, but actually she gained more hours in her life by focusing 2 hours on this practice. So if this at all calls to you, whatever it is that I'm offering and sharing, I really am open to everyone for coming. It's by donation. It's pay what you can. The first round was free, but now that I've worked out the kinks, I would like some donation. It is kind of one of those things you get out of it what you put into it. So I find when you put money up front, you actually want to get something out of it. So message me about that if you want. It's starting on June 29th, Monday. So we'll meet in the morning, and then we'll have our intro circle after that. And then we'll meet at 8 p.m. Mountain Time in the evening. And I'm thinking of actually having my evening classes and Saturday classes an hour and a half long as opposed to just an hour. So to be determined, everyone has their own comfort level. We'll make sure it works with the group. And that'll be for the first 2 weeks of, well, July-ish. And then the morning classes will continue until July 23rd or further to be determined, because I don't know if I'll have Wi-Fi or not. So that's the only thing. And I will be recording the sessions this time. So for those of you who maybe can't make it on the same times, you'll get the recording of the group practice. It won't be posted live anywhere. You'll have a link to that once you subscribe or join in. So anyway, I really just want to share how much the practice has changed my life. Not only physically though, that first 2 weeks that we were practicing, I noticed that I was more peaceful, I was calm, I was able to be more present and friendly with those around me, because before that I was feeling a lot of anxiety, I was feeling a lot of pressure, I was getting really like kind of snarky, irritable, and diving back into this practice has really allowed me to like calm and chill and be with whatever is. Thankfully, now that we're doing the month, we're going in with the month. Also, this program is totally like taking a life of its own, and I'm just trying to serve it. But I used to teach this with the moon cycle. So with the full moon, after the full moon, we do the physical body. After the waning moon, we do the next one. We do the emotional body. After the new moon, we do the mental body, which is what we're in right now. And then after the new, where are we? Oh, the next one. The next quarter, we do the spiritual body. So, but for me, I focus a lot on the heart and opening the heart. So that's going to be next week's focus, the first week of the 2-week practice, and then when we flow into the month, we'll continue on through that cycle. So that was a lot of information. If you're still here, thank you so much for listening. I love you, and I'm so happy to share this with you. And honestly, like I said, it's got a life of its own, so it'll probably continue into August, September, October. Once things open up, I would love to host an in-person retreat somewhere and a teacher training if anyone is interested in learning this amazing method and style that I'm somehow created from all the things that I've learned. So lots and lots to come, and if there's any other way that I can help support you, let me know. I have a few of these videos on YouTube, but not much yet, so that's to come too. So much blessings and love.